Hello there. So I'm going to speak about a personality disorder that I think every woman should be aware of. And not only women, but even professionals who are working with individuals with sensitive issues. Um, I think cops should be educated about it. I think lawyers should be educated about it. Counselors, for sure, should be educated about it. Um, and what is this thing? This personality disorder is called narcissistic personality disorder. It's the worst personality disorder there is. It's a personality disorder that is just out of control. No counseling can change that person when they have that disorder. No medication can take it away. Only God, only deliverance can remove that from the individual. And both man and woman can have it, can have narcissistic personality disorder. But I'm going to speak about it from the woman's perspective as I deal with abuse. So, a narcissist, right? That's the noun. So, the condition is called narcissistic personality disorder, but the noun, the person would be a narcissist. And then you who are living with that person or around that person, and that person could be someone at your job. It could be a coworker, it could be a boss. Like, there's so many people who are narcissists, and there are different levels of narcissism. So if you're dealing with this type of person on a daily basis, you're dealing with narcissism. So there's narcissistic personality disorder, a narcissist, who's the individual who has the disorder, and you who are dealing with that person, you're dealing with narcissism. Now, it is diagnosed as a medical disorder when a person is like this, but from my own Christian belief and just revelation from God, I believe that it's demonic. It is definitely demonic. When a person has narcissism or narcissistic personality disorder, they have the very nature of Satan. Yes. That's exactly how I would put it. That's how I would give the definition, that our narcissistic person has the very nature of Satan. What do I mean by that? I mean that just as far as your imagination can get to how cruel the devil could be or Satan could be, that's how extreme a narcissistic person can get. Now, there are different levels. You have some who are just has narcissistic tendencies, but a full-blown narcissist is a malignant narcissist. And if that person is a full-blown narcissist or have been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, you're going to endure some cruelty in behavior, cruelty from what they say, cruelty in their actions. So they have no empathy. No empathy for you. They lack empathy. There's no understanding how they're hurting you. Well, not understanding. There's no caring, right? There's no care. You know how someone would be hurt, or you would hurt someone's feelings. You realize after that you hurt their feelings by what you said or what you did. and you feel remorse, you feel a sadness in your heart, a full-blown narcissist, a person with a narcissistic personality disorder, they don't feel that care. They take pleasure in what they're doing to you. They take pleasure in hurting you. And the level of cruelty that comes from them is extreme. Like cruelty that you would not believe. And every woman should be aware that this type of person exists in life. I think every teenage young ladies should be educated about it, and every woman, and I think professionals as well, should be educated about it. Because for example, in counseling sessions, if a man and a woman go in to the counseling session and the man is the problem, and that man is not a normal thinking man, because a person who has narcissistic personality disorder, they are not a normal thinking person. So if that person is not a normal thinking man who's in the counseling session and he has narcissistic personality disorder, he knows, and they are professionals at this. They know how to look perfect. They know how to sound true and real. They know how to put on a facade, right? Because they wear two faces. Yes, that's another thing. They're masked, right? So they know how to bring out that face and that personality that says, I'm a great person, and the other person is crazy. That's another thing they'll do. If you live with a partner who has narcissistic personality disorder, they will make you feel like you are the crazy one. They will play mind games, so they're very manipulative. They will play mind games that make you begin to think and wonder if you are going crazy. They will use words in the relationship like, I didn't say that. I don't know what you're talking about. Even though you just had a discussion with them about something. A few hours after or the next day, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say that. And they will just use different statements that will just blow your mind. You will feel like you're dealing with two different people. Yes. This minute you have this awesome person, and the next minute there's an immediate switch. Just like that. And they play both sides very well. The good side that they bring out is like the most awesome person in this world. Right? They do everything to the extreme. So if they're being nice, it's an extreme nice. And when they switch to the bad personality, whew, it's extreme too. You're gonna see the wrath and the cruelty. And that is why I declare it that it's demonic, and they wear anyone who is narcissistic, whether it's a man or a woman, because they're female narcissists as well. But I'm speaking from the woman's point of view. Anyone who's a narcissistic person, they wear the very nature of Satan. And I have some notes because I don't want to forget anything in this introduction of it. Because narcissism, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. And so I'm just introducing it right now. But every woman, for sure, should know that these persons exist. So this way, when you're dating, you can identify it and escape it. Oh yes, you want to escape that type of person. So a narcissistic person, they are self-centered, very arrogant. They have extreme lack of empathy, and they have a need for perfection. They have a need for people to see them as perfect. Yes, they have a need. And when I say a need for it. And they have an excessive need for admiration. They need to be admired. Even in their wrongs, they don't expect you to treat them any different or to behave any different with them or to tell them that they're wrong. They expect you to treat them with royalty in their wrongs. If they cut your hand off, you should still treat them as if nothing happened. And that's how they deal with relationships. They'll do something really bad, tell you the most awful thing, do the most awful thing to you, but within an hour, they want to pretend that nothing happened. It's just extreme lack of empathy and no care. Their mind games, they will torment you with their mind games. And I mean, they really pluck at your nerves. They pluck at your mind, psychological. They can cause psychological damage like you won't believe. I mean, they will torment you emotionally. And I mean torment. Yes, that's how far their cruelty go. And as I said, only deliverance can change that person. Deliverance from God. Only deliverance. But you cannot counsel that person out of narcissism. You just cannot counsel it out. They need more than man's help. And why can't you counsel it out? Because you cannot counsel demons. As I said, it's demonic, so there are spirits behind it, working with that person's personality and in his actions and words. So you cannot counsel demons, right? So that's the reason why you cannot counsel a narcissist to change. They have to see that there's a problem and seek deliverance. That's the only thing that can free that person from such a behavior or such a disorder, as they medically call it. But it is devilish, it is demonic, and it's like wearing the personality of the devil. So that's my introduction of it for right now. And also, they are liars. They will lie like drinking water, even when they don't need to lie. So if it sounds like all that I've said, if that description sounds like someone you're living with and you just can't understand what's wrong with this person, why would this person say these things, why would they operate this way, why everything I do, it's never good enough, and they hold grudges as well. Oh yeah, if they feel like you have insulted them in a certain way, it's about revenge. It's revenge. And if you separate from them and then you come back into the relationship, your whole life, the relationship that continues after you return, is about revenge. So they will act sweet in the beginning to reel you back in, get you comfortable again, and then their actions will be all about revenge. They're revenging you for leaving them, for making them become ashamed, exposing them if that's the situation, whatever it is. Once you get back with them, that's not let go. The past is not let go, or however they felt. It's a life of revenge. And so their actions will become extremely cruel once they get you to a comfortable place where you feel like you are safe. So they know how to sweet talk you back in and sound real and true. I mean, they deserve an Oscar for their performance. Yes, an Oscar. They perform very well and they wear two faces. And so, another thing too, which I should point out, is that at home, in the relationship, in the marriage, in the dating, they're extremely cruel to you. But you will notice that with people on the outside, they are like the sweetest person that exists. They will do anything for people on the outside. They will be there for them, but it's all about receiving that admiration. That's what that's about. And the need, remember I said the need, the excessive need to look perfect in the eyes of the people on the outside, whether it's in their job, their church, their people who they associate with on the outside. They will show perfection. But once they get back in the home, it's like the devil has entered in. So that's how a narcissist is. They're awful to their family at home or in the relationship, but on the outside to other people, they're perfectly sweet, perfectly nice, always helping, always doing things for them. And so when the relationship crashes, when you decide to part yourself, to leave the relationship, or to even say that this person was abusing you, this person was doing these things to you, they cannot believe it. They don't understand how. It's like, no way, not this person. This person wouldn't do that, because they have never seen that side of cruelty. All they have seen is this awesome person who's always helping me out, helping them out, doing this for them, so nice and jovial and everything. They've never seen that side of cruelty. So it's hard for them to even fathom or think or imagine them to be that cruel person that that woman describes. But that's the way a narcissist is. As I said, they're great actors, great performers, and they wear two faces. So one face of cruelty at home in their relationship, and one face of perfection and wonderfulness to people on the outside. Yes. That's the way they are. Now you have two different types of narcissists. You have covert narcissist, which is all the descriptions I've given you, as far as, well, actually the last description I gave you, that on the inside, in their homes, in their relationship, the cruelty comes out, but on the outside they're sweet. That's the covert narcissist. Covert, to cover, hide. So that's the covert narcissist. A covert narcissist will show the cruelty to the relationship, to their family, and who they live with, the wife, the girlfriend, the children, but more so the partner. And but on the outside, when they go to their jobs, their church, they hang out with their friends, their associates, they're this, all they see is this extremely nice person who always help them and run around for them and do this for them. That's the covert. So once he goes on the outside to other people, he covers that cruel side. And then you have the overt narcissist. The overt narcissist shows it. You don't have to ask if wonder if that person is a nice person or have a nice personality. They will show it. So this type of person who will show it, usually I see it a lot in the females. The overt narcissist, they will, when you're around them, they will show you right up, straight up, whether you're a family, friend, co-worker, boss. They, even to the boss, they feel like they are the boss. They feel like they're the boss of the boss. If they come into your home, they feel like they run your home, they rule your home, it's their home, and they're going to tell you what you should do in your home and do whatever they want to do in your home. They have a sense of just it's all about me and I should be catered to, but they show it up front. So you don't have to ask if that person, when you're going to be around that person, I don't want to deal with that person because this person is this way. That's the overt narcissist. They will show it to everyone. But mostly the men who are abusive, they are more covert. They hide it to the outside. And so everybody, when a relationship ends, the marriage ends, people think that you're lying. They think the woman is lying. They think the woman is making things up. They think the woman is trying to ruin them, because there's no way this person who's always so nice to me or nice to us is a cruel person, is a mean person. There's no way he said those things, did those things. So that's the covert, two faces. But the overt, they show it to everyone. Everyone knows that they have a nasty attitude and they are just self-entitled. Yes. And a narcissist in general, they're very demanding. They're very demanding and controlling. And again, the mind games. If you and just self-entitlement. I mean, it could be as simple as you're looking at something and you think the color of it is blue, and they want you, because they think it's red, they want you to also say it's red. It's as simple as that. Yes. So that's the introduction of how and who a narcissist is, of what narcissistic personality disorder is. It's medically diagnosed as that, narcissistic personality disorder. But from a spiritual point of view, it's demonic, and that when a person is in that state, they have now been clothed, my God, spiritually clothed with the very nature of the devil. So he literally puts on his nature on this person. As cruel as the devil could be and get, that's how cruel this person is going to be to you. Some will be covert, some will be overt. But in domestic abuse relationships, mostly with the men, they are pretty much covert narcissists. They're wonderful to others out on the outside, extreme cruelty to their partner on the inside. Thank you for listening.